Hello, my dear boys and girls. Welcome again. This is Miss May Badr, your English teacher. We will continue studying Connect 4. Today, we are going to study Unit 5, Lesson 2. I want to remind you to bring your books to all our sessions. You should also bring along papers and a pen. That's all you need to enjoy our lessons together, so let's begin. I want you to look around you. Can you tell me how many electrical things you can see around you? Okay, for example, around me I have some devices that work with electricity and others don't work with electricity. For example, the lights. Do they use electricity? Of course they use electricity. Does the book need electricity? No. Let's open our books now, page 94. On page 94, we will look at the speech bubble number 1. وقلنا قبل كده speech bubble question مش هنكتب الإجابة بتاعته. A question to discuss. Look around you now. How many electrical things can you see? So I want you to look around your room and find out electrical things. Number 2, read the interview quickly, then answer the questions. Question number 1, why is electricity dangerous? Question number 2, is it easy to become an electrician? Question 3, why is a broken wire dangerous? يبقى احنا هنقرا مع بعض التكست وبعدين هنرجع تاني to discuss the questions together. أميرة the electrician. النهاردة هنتكلم عن أميرة وأميرة is an electrician. يعني إيه electrician؟ يعني شغلتها ليها علاقة بالكهرباء. This is أميرة. She is an electrician. She studied and practiced for 3 years before she became an electrician. She knows how to work safely with electricity. Interviewer, tell us something interesting about electricity. Amira, did you know electricity travels faster than 300,000 kilometers per second? In a storm, we sometimes see a flash of lightning. That flash has enough electricity for 1,000 families for a year. Interviewer, is electricity dangerous? Amira, yes, very dangerous. If we get an electric shock, we can't control our bodies. It can also burn us. Electricity is always trying to go into the ground. It travels easily through water and our bodies are 70% water. تعالوا مع بعض نعيد تاني part by part ونتكلم عنه. أميرة the electrician. This is أميرة. دي صورة أميرة. She's a woman and she's wearing a helmet. Okay? أو hard hat. Very good. Why Amira is wearing a helmet or a hard hat? Is she an engineer, for example? No, she's an electrician. So she needs to wear a hard hat or a helmet. Right. She is an electrician. She studied and practiced for 3 years. أميرة درست واتدربت كمان لمدة 3 سنين. Before she became an electrician. يعني قبل ما تقرر إن هي هتكون electrician وتبتدي بالفعل تشتغل قعدت 3 سنين to practice and to study. She knows how to work safely with electricity. وهي بتتبع إجراءات السلامة لما بتيجي تشتغل في أي حاجة ليها علاقة بالإلكتريسيتي. Interviewer حد بيعمل انترفيو مع أميرة بيسألها أسئلة وأميرة بتجاوب. اللي بيعمل انترفيو بنسميه interviewer. The interviewer asked Amira, tell us something interesting about electricity. أميرة, did you know electricity travels faster than 300,000 kilometers per second? الكهرباء بتقدر إن هي تنتقل بسرعة 300,000 في الثانية، 300,000 كيلومتر في الثانية. In a storm we sometimes see a flash of lightning. عندنا في الصورة هنا نقدر نشوف the flash of lightning. That flash has enough electricity for 1,000 families for a year. يعني نقدر نقول كده ان اللايتنينج ده natural electricity. Interviewer, is electricity dangerous? بيسألها هل الشغل ده خطير؟ لما بتشتغلي بالإلكتريسيتي دي حاجة خطيرة؟ أميرة, yes, very dangerous. طب هي ليه very dangerous؟ if we get an electric shock، يعني ايه electric shock؟ يعني صدمة كهربائية. We can't control our bodies، ما بنقدرش نتحكم في جسمنا ساعتها. It can also burn us، وأحيانا بتسبب حرايق. Electricity is always trying to go into the ground. It travels easily through water and our bodies are 70% water. عشان كده دايما نقول لو ايدينا مبلولة ما ينفعش ان احنا نلمس حاجة ليها علاقة بالإلكتريسيتي، عشان electricity also can travel through water. Okay, let's go to the following page and continue the text together. Interviewer, how can we use electricity safely? الجزء ده مهم جدا، احنا اتكلمنا وقلنا ان الكهرباء دي خطيرة جدا. ازاي نقدر نحمي نفسنا؟ أميرة, never touch anything electrical with wet hands. ما ينفعش ان انا المس اي حاجة ليها علاقة بالكهرباء وايديا مبلولة. Look, this is a broken wire. تعالوا بصوا معايا على الصورة. الواير هنا broken، الأسلاك اللي جوه باينة، وطبعا دي حاجة very dangerous، لازم على طول نقوم مصلحينه. Look, this is a broken wire. Don't use it. We can get an electric shock or start a fire. As we said before, الكهرباء ممكن تعمل صدمة كهربائية اللي هي electric shock، أو ممكن كمان تعمل burning أو fire. Never put anything into a socket, only use plugs. بصوا معايا هنا على الصورة، اللي بيبقى ثابت في الحيطة اسمه socket، اللي فيه 2 holes اسمه socket، وما ينفعش أبدا نحط في السوكت أي حاجة غير البلاج. يعني ما ينفعش نلعب ونحط في السوكت أي حاجة تانية، لازم نحط الفيشة بتاعة الكهرباء وبس. وطبعا لما نيجي نحطها لازم نكون إيدينا dry، ما تكونش wet. Very good, my dear boys and girls. Now we need to go to number 3. Read the interview again and answer the questions. I will give you some time to read again the text and then we will answer the questions together. So, can you tell me how fast electricity travels? Go back to the text and find the answer. Let's write it down together. Electricity travels faster than 300,000 kilometers per second. Let's write the answer together. Electricity can travel faster than 300,000 kilometers per second. Okay, let's look at number 2. How much is 70%? تعالوا بقى نروح للماث شوية ونعمل integration between the English and math as we always do. Look at the cups or the glasses. Glass A is almost full, glass B is half full, and glass C is almost quarter full. So which one is the 70%? Very good. So A is the 70%. So we are going to choose A. Very good, my dear boys and girls. Now, let's look at the picture very well. And I want you to tell me, what can you see? Can you see someone's hand? Yes, right. What is this hand doing? Yes, maybe he's trying to turn on the switch or turn it off. What is the problem here in the picture? هنا أنا عندي صورة ببص عليها فيها مشكلة جامدة جدا، فيها حاجة very dangerous. في إيد هنا بتحاول إن هي تفتح أو تقفل النور، بس في مشكلة هنا كبيرة. What is it? Very good. The hand is wet. The hand is very wet. الإيدين هنا مبلولة جدا، وطبعا قلنا إن ده very very dangerous. It is so dangerous. You should never do this. Now, let's look at number 1. Read and complete the sentences. Number 1, never touch anything electrical with hands. With what hands? Very good. With wet hands. So let's write together the word wet. قلنا قبل كده لما يكون عندي علامة البن أو البنسل هنا لازم أكتب. Question number 2. Always make sure your hands are before you touch anything electrical. هنا هستخدم ال opposite of wet. What is the opposite of wet? Dry. Very good. So always make sure your hands are dry before you touch anything electrical. Now let's bring page 96 and read together. Question number 5 says, work with a partner, ask and answer about this part of the interview. هنرجع تاني هناخد part من الانترفيو between the interviewer and أميرة and we will discuss it together. نخلي بالنا العلامة بتاعتي هنا speech bubble. يعني ايه speech bubble؟ يعني I will discuss. Interviewer أميرة, how can we save electricity؟ ازاي نقدر نحافظ على الكهرباء وما نعملهاش waste؟ أميرة, that's a great question. We often waste a lot of electricity. Remember these things. في حاجتين كلنا نقدر نعملهم في أي مكان، في المدرسة، في البيت، علشان نقدر إن احنا نحافظ على electricity. When you leave a room, turn off the lights. لما أسيب الأوضة اللي أنا قاعد فيها turn off معناها أطفي النور. Turn off أو switch off are the same. So you have to turn off the light. If you are not using your computer or television, unplug it. يعني ايه unplug it؟ فاكرين البلاج؟ الفيشة اللي بنحطها في السوكت. unplug يعني هنشيل الفيشة من السوكت لو أنا مش بستخدم التي في or the computer. The last one here, use natural light in the day. لما بنكون الصبح بيبقى فيه already natural light في البيت وفي الأوضة وفي كل مكان، مش لازم إن احنا to turn on the electricity. Okay, so let's look at question number 1 and discuss it together. What do you do to save electricity? Okay, let's think. Very good. Turn off the lights when you leave the room. Turn off the TV when you are not watching. You can also ask mom or dad to remove the plugs or unplug the things when they are not using them. Let's go and see the following question. What does your family do to save electricity? Okay, very good. So your family should do the same thing that you said. Okay, to turn off the lights when you leave the room, to unplug the computer and the television as well when you are not using them. Okay. Number 3. What is the good advice in the interview with أميرة؟ أميرة ادتنا نصيحة مهمة جدا أو نصايح كتير. إيه هما؟ Don't touch a broken wire. Never put anything into the socket, except the plug, of course. And try to save electricity. Very good, my dear boys and girls. Let's go to question number 4. Why do we need to save electricity؟ إحنا ليه محتاجين إن إحنا نحافظ على الكهرباء؟ Because it's very expensive and we all use it. Very good. Let's go to the last one. Do you want to be an electrician and why? Yes or no? I think this depends on each one of us. For me, yes, I like to be an electrician. I know that it's dangerous, but it's a very important job. Now, let's look at this picture. Can you see the socket? Have you seen other shapes of plugs and sockets, either in real life or on TV? For your homework, I want you to find out what plugs and sockets look like in other countries. You will discover so many interesting things. And now, I want you to think, why do we use electricity if it can be dangerous? Very good. Because we need the light. We need to light up our rooms, for turning on air conditioners and fans when it's hot, for our washing machines and heaters. So we are all correct. Well done, my dear boys and girls. Now, let's take a look at the following pictures. On page 97, we have many pictures. Let's look at them. Question number 6 says, find these words in the interview and write. الصور دي ليها علاقة بكلمات اتقالت في الانترفيو بتاع أميرة. احنا بقى هنفكر الصور دي الكلمات بتاعتها كانت ايه واللي موجودة عندنا في التكست. You can go back to the text, by the way, and find out the answers. Let's look at the first one. The first one is the plug. So look at the picture. This is the plug. Let's do number 2 together. What is number 2? Very good. It's a socket. Let's write the word socket together. Amazing. Number 3. What are these? Wires. Can I say wire? I don't think so because I have more than one. So I have to use the plural form, which is wires. Okay, let's look at this one. This is the natural source of electricity, as we said. Lightning. Very good. Let's look at picture number 5. What is it? Turn on. Very good. لما بنيجي نفتح النور بنقول turn on. ولما بنيجي نقفله بنقول turn off. So this one is turn on. Number 6, and it's the last picture. هنا هو بيخرج البلاج من السوكت. بيشيلها فبنقول ايه؟ unplug. Very good. Unplug. Let's go to exercise number 7. Guess. Then look around the classroom and count. So I want you to do this activity in your classroom. Question number 1 here says, how many sockets can you see right now? So I want you to look around the classroom and count the number of sockets. Do you remember what the socket is? Very good. الفيشة اللي بتكون محطوطة وثابتة في الحيطة. Number 2. How many plugs can you see right now? طب إيه هي البلاج؟ الفيشة اللي بنحطها في السوكت. So I want you to count the number of plugs. Number 3. How many things can you turn on or turn off? هل عندي أي switches موجودة في الكلاس روم عندي؟ You will count the number of switches and you will write the number down here. So you will solve this activity in your classroom with your friends. Very good, my dear boys and girls. Before we finish, I want you to think about the numbers of things which we use electricity in our homes. Make a note in your piece of paper and tell your parents about it. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I enjoyed it too. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.